How's everybody doing today? I certainly hope you're doing well. You know what? It's time for another edition of Story Time. Sure is. This is going to be a really easy story time to tell. See, I'm working on another one that has to do about portals and stuff, and I almost got that one all wrapped up. But this one here is going to be real easy to figure it all out. I mean, I got it all figured out in like 20 minutes. It's a really easy story to tell, all right? You see, I like to tell people whether or not it's a true story or not. Let's just put it this way. This story hasn't happened yet, okay? So let's go ahead and begin, shall we? Well, you see, there's this guy, his name was Monty, right? And it was kind of late at night. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and he's perusing around the interwebs. He's making comments on some video. You know, it had a lot of comments, too, over on some ghost channel or something, right? So he's just kind of like responding to all these different people. He minded his own business. Well, hell, before you knew it, it's like 4:30 in the morning. He's still over there commenting. He's looking at the news. He's going over maybe checking out other people's videos, seeing what they got to say about what's happening in Paris, all that stuff. And all of a sudden, without warning, he gets hit with a buffet of information, just bam. Very detailed information. So he gets out his pen, he starts writing it all down, exactly what he's seeing. It's kind of like a deja vu. He's writing it all down and everything. And you see, usually when Monty would see these sorts of things, sometimes it'd be a couple of seconds, and other times maybe just a couple of minutes. But this one here lasted quite a while. Sure did. Oh, he had a lot to write down. So as Monty started checking his notes, it's like, man, that's strange. Oh. But it's pretty detailed. And because it's so detailed and because it's totally out of my league, Monty decided he was going to contact one of his pallies on Skype and have a little chatty-do with him to see what he thought. But who is this guy? Oh, he's a subcontractor. Let's just call him a subcontractor, right? But anyway, Monty's known this guy for years and years and years. So he's sharing the information with this guy because this guy is just, boy, he's trick when it comes down to knowing, very particular things about programs and scripting and coding and all that stuff. Real brilliant guy. Because Monty doesn't know. He doesn't know any of that stuff. He's got to go somebody else. So then, for some reason, Monty and the contractor that he was talking to had one of these little wheels in Skype. Just kept going on like this, and then you pull up to the right-hand side there, and you pull it up, and it says, there's an internet connection problem between you two knuckleheads. So I know it's not on my end, and it's certainly not on his end, so maybe it's Microsoft's problem. Because, of course, they're the ones that run Skype. But because the information was it was just like burning. It was so intricate. It was just so weird. Monty decided he was going to call him up on the phone. That's exactly what he did. He talked to him, too, for a good hour, at least an hour. So here it is, not quite 6 o'clock in the morning. And Monty gets an idea. He ends the call with his friend. And he's sitting there thinking about the things that his friend said. About the possibilities. Is it feasible? Would it work? And all this stuff. So Monty decided he was going to get on Twitter and send a tweet to the United States Cyber Command. Because again, what he saw was pretty damn powerful. And felt that it needed to be addressed in case it were to happen in the future. So Monty goes in to sign into his Twitter account, his Monty Twitter account, and it's suspended. Whew. Monty's like, that's no big deal. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. I mean, what's the stock trading for Twitter these days? What, $25 a share? Who could care less? They're laying off people. It's a dying industry. Forget it. So Monty has a backup. I mean, that's the only thing you got to do in life. You got to have backups. He decided he was going to send the tweet from an October channel, Twitter account that he had for some time, and he went to sign in, and that one was suspended too. Oh, it was the darndest thing. I tell you what, it's just the darndest thing. But again, I don't care. I mean, he didn't care. Monty didn't care. Because it's not like those are the only 2 Twitter accounts he has, and you know what? Monty wasn't really a tweeting type of person. I mean, yeah, he'd do it once in a while, but it's just not something he'd do every day. So then, later in the day, he decided to make a couple more phone calls because he didn't want to trust, what happened with Skype again, and maybe talk to some other people that were, let's say, well-versed with computers, with programming and scripting and codes and all that stuff, to get a second, third, fourth type, let's say, what's the best word? Opinion, right? So that's what he did. So you're probably asking yourself, geez, Monty, what the hell is it? Well, you see, what Monty saw as he's sitting in front of his computer early in the morning, and believe me, he was just looking at comments and news. He didn't have the lotion out. His hands were dry. It was nothing like that. Yeah. So he got to thinking later on today, maybe I should, talk to some more people about it. So, what was it exactly that he saw? He saw a computer virus. Oh, this computer virus, it's a nasty one. It's the worst one. Hell, it puts Conflicker to shame. Right? It puts, all these different viruses that have ever hit the world to absolute shame. It even puts the very well-known virus called Goner to shame. But how does it work? That's a very good question. This is how the virus works. See, Monty calls the virus LATCH, L-A-T-C-H. And the way the virus is initiated is not through email. It is not initiated through a photograph. No, sir. No, sir. No. How the virus is initiated is through video. Yeah. Because, you see, the entire world has become this video revolutionary type platform. Both in news, music, entertainment. Pick something. You see, the programmers, the writers of this specific computer virus, what they have done is they latch onto someone or something, in other words, a news organization entity and or an individual. They take the video that the individual and or news organization already published. Okay? They take the video and they download it to their own platforms and their own channels. They redistribute that video with the other person's name on it that you trust. They take the URL and dump it into Twitter and other social media like Facebook. So when you see that name, whether it's ABC, NBC, CBS, Hollywood Reporter, Vanity, Huffington, Salon, or even the alternative media, the AJs, the Dabu, pick somebody. You trust it because you trust them. And you click on it. And as soon as you do, you've had it. Because a virus goes through your search history, first of all, through Google, and it also goes into your computer history and latches onto all of those videos within your history of your own computer. And then it lays dormant. Yeah. It lays dormant like a shadow keylogger. You can't see it. No, sir. It's not on your desktop. You have to go looking for it. And you have to know exactly where to see it. Because there's only one place you're going to see it. But you see, the average user doesn't know these things. Sure don't. So what happens? How does this virus proliferate throughout the internet? Because again, that person grabs that link that they've already clicked on and they distribute it to their friends on all social media, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, pick one of them. And because all the other people trust that person, they click on it and it does the same thing and replicates and replicates. And before you know it, there's a little bitty timer, a tick, 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 ticking away. And once the timer goes ding, guess what? Do the math. But why was the virus created? And who created it? Did Monty see who created it? No. Could Monty see the programmer behind it? No. But you know, Monty did have an idea of who created it and why. You like steak? I like mine medium rare. Cooked at home. I don't like to go out and eat steak. You know, I like to cook it at home. Anyway. So Monty got to thinking, why was this virus created? What would be the reason behind it? To disable all of alternative media. Because once the word got out that this virus was associated with all of these alternative media sites, no one would go there. It would destroy the very people that had gained and earned the trust in which they earned over the years or months. It would destroy all sides. And what did it force the people to do? It forced the people to park their ass right down in front of that television. The television that so many people can't stand because of the propaganda and the lies. But as this is sweeping all over the internet in every country, in every town. Nay, nay, not to worry, because the government comes out and makes an announcement through the United States Cyber Command, standing right next to the President of the United States, giving you a very detailed list of the trusted websites that you're to go to. Yeah. Oh my. TikTok. 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 I'm Montagraph, and if you can't speak freely, you're simply not free. Have a good day.